Hey, what's happening, guys? Dan Dario here with another Options and Play video update. We'll definitely spend time going over this when we get together this coming Tuesday for our next option session. But before that, I wanted to kind of point out something I'm seeing when it comes to the overall market. Just you know, because I think it's important, and I am starting to feel like it might be like indicating. What we could possibly expect over like the next few days. All right, and I know patterns don't always repeat themselves, but I feel like recently over the last 3 months they have been more so. And multiple times I've talked about the Qs and how the 20-day has been so significant that every time it's held the 20-day, essentially a week later it has rallied to put in a new 52-week high or a new high, right? And you saw it in December, you saw it later in December, you saw it in January, you saw it at the end of January, you saw it in February, right? And at the time, I keep saying and I mentioned the last time it did it that if we do bounce, the pattern is within a week we tend to put in a new 52-week high, right? And then once we put in a new 52-week high, we tend to pull back, right? So also, right? So roll over, put a new high, pull back. Roll over, put in a new high, pull back, right? You can see what I mean. Roll over, put in a new high, pull back, right? So now we've rolled over, we put in a new high, and what's interesting is that we're actually also kind of mirroring what we did at the end of January. So the 25th of January, right? You can see after a nice run, we had a big intraday candle, right? Kind of like a fast flush. People got a little bit nervous. The following day, seems like, oh, everything's back to normal, right? The trend is back in place, and then following that is when we really started to sell, right? So had a huge run, had a day where it was like a fast flush intraday, big candle, a little bit of a hammer off the 8 EMA. Following day, right? You see where I'm going with this. Following day, everybody's like, okay, things are back, things are stabilizing, but there are some signs of weakness under the surface. Some big names aren't acting great. So I don't know if it's going to play out exactly the same way, but this is what I'm seeing. And the trend in the Qs has held very well for the past few months, both on the downside and then on the upside. So I'm seeing signs of exhaustion. I'm seeing possible reversal signs on the Qs, on the spiders, on the Russell. So definitely want to take note, option wise, if you're in shorter term positions, you want to tighten stops. Maybe thinking about adding some hedges if you're not in hedges, whether that's like Q, spiders, or Russell, or maybe individual stock or individual position hedges, right? But I think it might be a good idea to start looking at some of those as we get to the top of the trend and as we start to see some signs of exhaustion, because if we do get a pullback, again, following the pattern, it could be more than just like a percent or two. I mean, just a retest of the 20-day would be about 8 points, and that's almost like 3% drop. I don't know if it's going to happen, but that's what's happened, or that's what's played out the last few times we've rolled over. So just food for thought there. All right. Long weekend coming up. Still more earnings, so should be a busy Friday. Should be a busy week coming up. I mean, just a lot going on in the market, a lot of trades, a lot of opportunities. All right. So if you like this video and you're looking for more information on swing trading with options or trading earnings with options, please follow up with the link in the description of the video for more information on options and play. Hope you have a wonderful night. Stay well, and I will talk to you all tomorrow.